welcome. Stormy Sensei here. Sunday afternoon, going to be playing some Star Rail. We played a lot last night. Finished a whole bunch of our all the side stuff that we normally do every stream. And so we don't really have much to do other than just hop right into the story. I actually did a bit this morning off stream. I did manage to get enough Stellar Jade in order to get another 10 pull by doing this mission here with Win-Win. So maybe partway through this we'll be done with this. An hour and 45 minutes looks like. Oh, I guess one thing that I wanted to do on stream. If you're not going to actually pull for Robin, then you should probably use the Aptitude Showcase to get the achievements related to her.
Here's some disharmony. Dangerous thoughts. Harmony and unison. Let me through. Honored to meet me. Nap time. Night. Stars echo.
And you just sit here and wait until the whole song is over. Follow-up attack crit damage by 25%. There it is, duration of a song. I think you might have to be on the pause menu for this. We got hackerspace going. Why does she have hackerspace? I guess it increases her speed, but like, why? I think they're all dead. Oh, nope.
This big diamond, it's all yours. Time to twirl. Naughty child. I won't break.
If I got a little more lucky with the crits there.
You're not going anywhere. What are you looking at?
It looks like... I thought that it would apply to every enemy hit. Long control state, blah 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 blah. Robin deals additional physical damage one time. Okay. That's not as great as it could have been. I mean, it's fine for if she's on a team with like Ratio and Topaz, that's fine. But like, if you got someone like Herta, it's not quite good enough. For those of you that look into leaks and content for the future patches, there's a character that's coming up that will give a buff that allows you to deal additional damage to all enemies hit. Could be useful for someone like Herta and Jingyuan and things like that. Or you could buff yourself and apply your extra damage to all enemies hit. Oh, there you go. So you actually do have to be in the pause menu for that. Alright, Let's do some story. Audition Plaza. So we're going in here, we're going to be in an idol show in order to earn a spot onto the Charmony Festival. Apparently you got an achievement for that too, just destroying all the bubbles. Or balloons. Why would it be in poor taste? You're supposed to drink So Glad everywhere. A happy feeling of a planetary explosion? That's quite a lot. See what the blue soda's like. Now, so the red soda you can't drink 2 hours before, and blue soda you can't drink 4 hours before. Brings you the cold blast of a frozen star. I'm ignoring the NPCs because I do all of them at once off stream.
Welcome to the first stage of Soul Glad Enterprises' 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, Dreamplay Fantasia. In this stage, you can choose between two challenges, the School of Acting or School of Action. In the School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from 3 scripts and move the panel judges. In the School of Action challenge, you have to defeat 3 groups of enemies convincingly and reach the end. Now, make your choice.
I'll probably go to Stage of Action because I don't know. I like combat. Hey there, Chomper. How do I know which one is which? Yeah, let's go to Action Challenge.
The champion's crown awaits you on the stage. Welcome to the arena of action stars. Please make your way to the stage and vanquish those malevolent scoundrels with your dazzling fighting techniques. The title of Penacony's next big action star awaits you.
And like if I were to do the play, then I would have to like memorize lines, and let's be honest, I'm just gonna cheat and pause the stream and reread the stuff from earlier.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you.
Fight.
There are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are antagonists from the film Once Upon a Time in Dreams. Defeat them swiftly and decisively to set a new record. It's worth mentioning that the fastest time of this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair. Astoundingly, he overcame all enemies across the 3 stages in only 5 minutes.
A contestant with fiery red hair. It might be Luca. I wonder if it's Luca.
Time is of the essence. Let's make this quick.
I don't think I can beat 5 minutes. That's pretty impressive. Like, the animations alone take so long. Especially if I spend time going and talking to every bird.
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial dreamscape. During this period, Penacony was
Hey there,
nothing
Pika.
but a barren wasteland. The dreamscape was fraught with strife and disorder, with memory zone memes running rampant. As dream chasers who've come to Penacony, defeating them is your first step towards success.
All the soul glad is ours! Don't even think about plundering the soul glad from us!
Still
What
in
is this
denial?
guy? Physical damage upon hitting the... Okay, so if I kill him with an ultimate, then I get skill points and energy. Get skill points if I hit him with a basic attack, and energy for if I hit him with the skill.
I should be the judge. That's troublesome. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Protect me. Protect me. I will remember your kindness. Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me. Sinful. By the will of the Ten Lords decree, hereby ordained. What a headache. Give me strength. We'll remember your kindness. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
Soul glad! My soul glad!
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too long.
Pretty obvious. Treasure chest hiding spot. Surprised there isn't more, actually. guy. Alright, I'm going to swap out teams for this guy. That's because he's kind of annoying. Wonder what happens if you defeat the enemy first and then talk to the bird, because like they're all hyping up the person, but if they're like already defeated.
Congratulations on becoming the first group of dream chasers! Answering the call from the watchmaker, you are disappointed to learn that Penacony isn't paved with gold. Resigned to your current plight, you start from the hierarchical dredges, biding your time for a chance at success. Just as you're about to give up, a downpour sparks a business idea. You enter the umbrella business! But just as things are looking up, you encounter a competitor. Defeat them and emerge victorious from this trade war.
Why is our opponent so glad?
Because this is So Glad Enterprises' 33rd festivity auditions of the 20th season!
Isn't this just product placement?
Safeguard the integrity of Soul Glad. I will soar high into the sky and become its shiniest star. Whoosh!
No dirty tricks. High stakes, high rewards. It's on me. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Here, the thunder. Hide.
Watch your head. No dirty
What a headache. Who's next?
all in.
Conflict is pitiless. Stay back, Clara.
So interesting thing here, or situation here, if I use my ult as Jing Yuan, then it would bring my thing up to 8 from 5, which is good. But if you look at the turn order, right now Jing Yuan is going to move the turn before. And if I use my ultimate now, then it will increase Lightning Lord's speed, meaning that I won't get a chance to use skill beforehand. So you actually want to hold on to the ultimate here. And then when Jing Yuan's turn comes up, you use ultimate and then skill to maximize the Lightning Lord's damage.
Don't mess with me.
Watch your head.
Are you all right?
I'm okay.
Now that being said, he actually might, what's it called? Run out of time.
It's on me.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Vitora.
I should come back. Is that it? I should come back.
All in. The
Like
dice
everyone
have
might
been
be dead
cast.
by the time.
Bust. Or maybe
Show
I'll
that.
take it all. Watch your head.
A foregone conclusion.
I went this far anyway. May as well do this.
Show no mercy. Here, this thunder.
Yeah, there you go. You managed to take a turn.
The world kisses me with pain, and I provide with soul glad in return. Woo!
No treasure chest, just one bird. Two dinosaurs. I do have a team that works especially well against the dinosaurs, but they're kind of weak. Like, I would usually use Kafka and Bronya for that. I think I'm going to use this non-specialized team.
Congratulations to our two dream chasers for establishing yourselves as budding stars in Penacony. However, now you face a competitor selling at low prices, pushing you to the brink of bankruptcy. No matter how lengthy the battle, you always persevere. Topple this powerful opponent, and the tides will turn, paving a way to success.
None will take my soul glide away from me. I will use the transmutation arcanum to turn into a dinosaur! Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies! Grab a bottle of soul glad and make your dreams a blast!
High
Just the
stakes,
two?
high rewards.
Okay.
Trifling! Stay back, Clara.
Watch your head.
Stay back, Clara.
Don't mess with me.
Here, this thunder.
I need to be free.
Hide.
What a headache. Who's next? I'll free you from your chain. Disappear from among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pity. Yes. Show no mercy.
Stay back, Clara.
All in. The dice have been cast. But... Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora. I'm okay.
All in.
I'm not afraid of you.
Annihilate.
Sure, I'll play along.
There's no time to lose. Here, this thunder.
Don't mess. Who's next? I need to be free.
Hide. Stay back, Clara.
Watch your head.
power of adventuring. You like don't even really mind them doing the extra damage.
Withers, but the soul-glad name shall not.
This product placement though.
You truly are a beast, more than I can ever be.
That should do it. Okay. Let's go. Mr. Yang is waiting for us. Isn't this fight way off from the actual storyline?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we? Oh, that's right. After an extended battle, you finally emerged victorious! But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope. In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of every dream chaser. Ah, well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from Once Upon a Time in Dreams with your fighting skills.
Looks like we won. Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
Interesting. This is really bad.
Count. I'll free you from your chains.
Well, I guess it's not that bad.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'm scared.
Stay put.
Give me strength. Resistance is timely. By the will of the Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained, we've entered the storm.
I forgot that you can actually just split them. I've been using adventuring so much that I forgot that you can just make them give you energy.
Who's next? I'll end your misery. I shall be the judge. Don't mess with me. Lend me your strength. What a headache. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Recount. By the will of the Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained, we've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them. Don't mess with me.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
Who's next? I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. We shall take back what we lost.
Yeah, this team is like the opposite of the Clara adventuring team. Let's spend some time talking about it. Let's make sure that there's nothing else to pick up over here. So this team, you know, besides Sela, is super slow. And they actually rely on getting hit in order to do their damage, because Clara has Spark counter, dealing 130% of her attack to enemies that hit her, unless she's used her ultimate, in which case it's 266. And then she occasionally uses her skill, which does like almost 200%. But she's super slow. 94 speed. Venturing's pretty fast. He's alright. But yeah, he has some counter stuff, because with his talent, when his team gets hit 7 times, then he follows up with a counterattack that replenishes his shield to all allies. Jing Yuan is slow. I don't think that I'm going to keep him slow forever. He's slow right now. I eventually want him to get to 144 speed, because then he takes 3 actions before Lightning Lord every time. Right now he's got, attack boots on. And no speed anywhere. I guess he's got a little bit of speed in his planar set. Apparently, I don't like this orb. Yeah, I guess that makes sense why I don't like this orb. It has a little bit of speed and a little bit of crit rate though. See, only was the best one that I've got though. But yeah, also slow. 106 speed. Seela is Seela. She starts off with 119, but then she bumps herself up to like 130 with 1 skill. This other team, though, they do not like getting hit at all. And they're also super fast. 133 speed, 130 speed, 150 speed, 143 speed. So normally when I fight those TV monsters, I leave them on angry, and then it causes them to hit everyone on the team, which then causes them to get counterattacked, and then replenishes my shield so I don't take any damage. Similar to what you saw when I fought the 2 dinosaurs. Like, I let them use their crazy AoE fire attack and it did no damage and replenished my shields. But that sort of situation would not work out very well for me with the other team, because they actually need their energy. They use like ultimates for most of their damage and buffing. I still haven't found that yet. I mean, I haven't looked. Yeah, that guy. I never went back to meet him. Hey there, Utopia. I know the gift that you're even referencing there.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Fun is more important than success. Look at the time! You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
Not even close, probably.
That red-haired contestant. Who is that exactly?
He completed in 5 minutes.
Eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises. Gunfire time! You have
Like instead of
to
bullet
choose
time.
Gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or time, where you'll face Clucky's trial. And now, make your choice!
What's the difference? Clocky's trial. I wonder what Clocky's trial would be. Also, am I allowed to like go back and do the other thing? Let's try to go back and do the other thing. Oh no, the other route's inaccessible. You mean to tell me that I'm only going to be able to find half of the treasure chests until I finish the story? This is like my worst nightmare come true.
Friends, welcome to the wonderful world created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you ahead is the titular character from the beloved Clocky animation, Clocky! It's said that the Watchmaker dreamed up the idea of Clocky when he was just a boy. Back then, he was merely an apprentice in a clock shop. And one night, he dreamt that all the broken clocks started sprouting arms and legs. Like a skilled pilot, he steered them towards the right path. As a classic figure who grew up with many, Clocky truly shaped a generation, solidifying the Watchmaker's pivotal role in popular culture.
The voiceover said pilot, but the text here is navigator. Now we do know that Michaela the Watchmaker was actually a nameless on the Astral Express, and probably maybe even was the navigator at the time.
Contestants, may you have a wonderful time with Clocky.
The trial of time. I hope it won't waste too much of our time.
I feel like Firefly and March are just the same person. Like, they definitely fulfill the same role in the story of, like, complaining about the things that are going on.
Recount. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength. Assistance is timely. By the will of the Ten,
I should have waited.
Lord's decree, hereby ordained. Don't mess with me.
I explained my mistake there. So when I use my ultimate, I increase their speed and attack for 2 turns. But because it wasn't Sela's turn yet when she used it, it says 3 turns remaining. Okay, maybe it actually doesn't matter. Maybe this is like one of the more clever things.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next? I shall be the judge. What a headache. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
It's so weird to have a team with Bronya and Sela, but always be SP positive.
I'll end your misery. You'll pay for lend me your strength. Who's next?
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Still in denial? Recount. Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery. Who's next? I shall be the judge. We shall take back what we lost. That statue. Did it just speak?
Failed is a very strong word. He seems pretty successful to me as an experiment. What you guys looking at?
This is serious. Recount. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. By the will of the 10 Lords. The 10 Lords decree, hereby ordained. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
These are devils. I'll crush them all.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery. A sharp scythe needs targets.
I don't think I want to move on just yet. There's still a lot more for me to do up here.
TikTok? Hey there, my gray-haired friend. We still haven't helped Big Tigger find closure yet?
I didn't even know he needed closure. 100 truths about Pepeshi? Oh, I wonder if that's actually true. The fluff ball on the heads of Pepeshi is actually their core, while their human body is merely a form of mimicry? What? Touching of Pepeshi's fluff ball can extend one's lifespan. In times of danger, Pepeshi's fluffy ball has the ability to detach from their body and regenerate a new body. However, there are no known threats capable of making Pepeshi feel truly endangered. The destruction is merely a derivative of the Pepeshi's one and only path, mischief, which isn't even a real path. So all this is made up then, right? Okay, well, I'm not gonna... Well, I'll just read all these for fun, I guess, then. Pepeshi's fluff ball can emit faster than light particle beams. Must be written by Pepeshi. Pepeshi can catch faster than light particle beams they launch at the end. They can catch the faster than light particle beams they launch at the end of those beams. So, like, you shoot a beam and then you, like, run up and you catch it yourself. Pepeshi do not dream. Instead, dreams dream of the Pepeshi. I skipped over this other one earlier because it was so ridiculous. But yeah, Shippei once attempted to bestow blessing upon the Pepeshi, only discovered that it was Shippei themselves that received the blessings. These read like Chuck Norris jokes, basically. Once Pepeshi told a joke in a restaurant at the end of the universe, which is a Douglas Adams reference, leading to the emergence of Aha, the Aeon of Elation. Pepeshi mathematicians have discovered the ultimate answers to all questions about life, the universe itself, and everything. Another Douglas Adams reference. The answer being 42, of course. However, there's not enough space in Penacony's dreamscape to embrace the profound answers. The first black hole was created when a Pepeshi forgot to limit their strength when arm wrestling with the star. Originally, there were several hundred Lord Ravagers until they unfortunately ran into a Pepeshi during a group excursion. All of Pepeshi are actually Pepeshi deities' projections to lower dimensions. When Pepeshi wants some hot water, the water heats itself. The Great Hole in Penacony was actually formed when a Pepeshi punched the dreamscape. The IPC initially intended to publicize the truth stated to be about Article 16, which is this one, but the Pepeshi expressed their dissatisfaction, leading to immediate change of their plans. When death approaches a Pepeshi, the people will say, "Death is approached by Pepeshi." The Aeon of Abundance possesses nearly infinite life, and the only time they ever came close to death was when the Aeon disturbed the Pepeshi during their nap. Yaoshi borrowed their lifespan from Pepeshi. Land purchased their bow from the Pepeshi. News was actually crafted by the Pepeshi. Aha took their jokes from the Pepeshi, and all of Shippei's music was composed by the Pepeshi. Pepeshi created alfalfa credit by punching the money printing machines. Pepeshi never visit the barbershops. They use plasma cannons to groom their fluff ball. The cancer of all worlds, Stellarons, are merely crumbs left by the Pepeshi during picnics throughout the universe. The engine of the Trailblaze draws inspiration from the faster-than-light strides used by Pepeshi during their leisurely strolls. Clockley was originally based on Pepeshi, but the camera capturing his image exploded in awe. The watchmaker is a Pepeshi, who prefers to remain hidden from public view. Hanunu is said to be a furry Pepeshi, and old Odie is actually Pepeshi. Well, that was a good read. I wonder if there's a part 2. We only got 26 of the 50.
Not bad.
Shouldn't that count? I feel like that counts. That's probably it there. I thought it was. That doesn't count? Alright, let's see. These are the only ways that this goes? Why can't it go this other way? Probably these are things are in the way. There we go. Alright, we're getting somewhere. So now it just needs to connect this section here.
Not bad.
Sometimes it's better just not to read the dialogue of the Dream Troop members. If I approach you, am I going to trigger story? Oh, good.
Show your courage. Yield. Still in denial. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength. Persistence is timely. Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I shall be the judge. Troublesome. I'm scared. By the will of the Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained. I'll end your misery. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
So devils, I'll crush them all.
Next. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, you know what? I was wrong. Yeah, so the lasting of 2 turns, but then she actually has an Eidolon that makes the buff last for an extra turn. So the reason why it was lasting for 3 turns was because of the Eidolon, not because I did it correctly.
Come on.
You should wait
Put
for
my
her turn to
trust in
start
that.
before you actually use her ultimate.
Recount. Give me strength. Persistence is timely. Lend me your strength. What a headache. Who's next? We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. By the will of the Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained. We've entered the storm.
Although if it lasts 3 turns, that's like so long that by the time it's over, she's basically gonna have her ultimate again.
Crush them all. Get them.
Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me. I'll end your misery. This is serious. I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. This doesn't intrigue me.
So, I'm not just a failed clock, I'm also a failed toy. You guys are just like the other challengers. You want to enter my inner self? Then please be my guest. But you won't find anything worthwhile. I'm just a failed kid. See?
Oh, yikes. I would not be good as a therapist. Like, wow, you really are messed up, huh?
Tick-tock! It's time for me to make an appearance!
Clocky? I can also see him. Is this character part of the show?
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything. Like right now, I could solve this problem with your big ticker pal, Tick-tock.
I can't believe it's actually Clocky! Why would you come and visit a failure of a clock like me for no reason?
You see, we're all clocks. We're family. I want to help you be happy. Tell your pal Clocky what's troubling you.
I came across a startling revelation yesterday. Apparently, Dreamscape Ticker isn't the same as Clocky at all. It's just a discarded prototype from Clocky's early development.
Hey there, Cheesy.
Please, just leave me be, Clocky. I just don't know how to face you. Because I'm just a failure.
Oh dear. Seeing it like this is utterly heart-wrenching. But fear not. We're here to help it rediscover the missing parts of its inner self and guide it out of despair.
I guess even troop members can experience existential crises.
Don't worry, miss. I've already pinpointed its missing parts. Over here, my friends. Better use that hamster ball night speed.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that Firefly normally can't see Clocky. So I wonder if this is like, you know, just part of the game show and is just, you know, part of the story. Because the last time Clocky appeared,
Here! There's a missing part on the opposite side. But how do we get over there?
There's also a dream sign left here by a dreamweaver. We're running out of time. We'll have to use it if necessary. Sister.
This must be one of the missing parts that Big Ticker needs. That's great!
I've also heard the theory that, and this is a pretty interesting one, you can only see Clocky if you've died and seen the, like, travel to the true dreamscape. Because Firefly did die, and now she might be able to see Clocky. Similar to how when Acheron first saw us, you know, she killed us. And when we first tried to enter... Oh, well, I don't think I want that. Maybe I do, actually. I think I do.
Show your courage. enter the storm. To guard and defend, crush them.
That's not good. Oh, wait. What? Thought they would immediately. That's really, really nice, actually.
Give me strength. I will remember your kindness. Lend me your strength. I'll end your misery. Still in denial? By the will of the Ten Lords' decree, hereby ordained. I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Oh, whoops.
What a headache. I'll end your misery. Recount. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. We shall take back what we lost.
You know, I can kind of see why people get a little obsessed over the hyper carry team archetype. I want to be over here. How do I get over there? We got the third piece before getting the second piece. Pining 3 first was actually optimal because it led me to a shortcut to this. Do I want to fight Dinosaur with this team?
TikTok! Do I hear
Tweet! Help, help, help! Tweet! This man's body is boiling hot! Tweet! Is anyone there? Tweet! I can't take it anymore! Tweet!
Oh dear! It's an origami bird! What's it doing in beyond Overcooked's tail?
Is that Cookie? Tweet! Please save me! Tweet! I'm being roasted alive! Tweet!
A roasted bird? Oh! This is horrible! Let's save it! Quickly!
your strength. By the will of the Ten Lords. The Ten Lords decree, hereby ordained. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them!
So devils, I'll crush them all!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Mustn't fall. This is serious. I shall be the judge. What a headache. I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength. Still in denial? Recount. Don't mess with me. By the will of the Ten Lords. The Ten Lords decree, hereby ordained. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend, crush them. Who's next? You'll pay. Lend me your strength. What a head. What? Did I win? Did I win?
Not even a thanks.
Thank you, guys. Sweet. I heal up about 70% cups. Sweet.
Thank goodness you're okay. But why did you burrow yourself into that fella's tail?
Because that fella stole one of Mr. Big Ticker's purse. Sweet. I wanted to help retrieve it, but I accidentally got myself stuck in the oven. Sweet. Go ahead and get it, but be careful. It's hot. Sweet. An inner self fragment belonging to the Sweet Dreams troupe? This is just too surreal.
I mean, I don't actually have to go back here. I can just fast travel, right?
We're back! As long as you have these, you'll be able to find closure. Tick-tock! Wow! This sudden surge of joy! It's working! Tick-tock! Next, we just need to enter its emoscape, help connect its pathways, and we're done!
Surprised that doesn't count. guess it could go this way instead. No, it can't. It could go that way, though.
What's going on in here? Your inner self is a mess!
Clocky also would not make for a good therapist.
Qualified to be the real Clocky. Just give up, Clocky.
No! This is unacceptable! You have to face your fears! Success!
I had technically already solved that one. Just out of order.
If not for you, I'd never be able to connect with people like this. You helped me find myself again.
No problem at all! As the guardian of Dreamville, it's what I'm here for! Tick-tock!
Oh, my friends, you still have other important things to do, right? Go forth, my friends. When the moment comes, all the dream takers and I will cheer for you.
It's all done! Victory's in sight! Let's head to the final stage.
Congratulations to both of you! Oh, you've overcome all obstacles and proven yourselves! But, unfortunately, there is only one who can be Penacony's festive superstar. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, you will lose the opportunity to become the festive superstar.
I know who the
Welcome to the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival's third stage in
champion
the 20th
is.
season, sponsored by Soulglad Enterprises, Superstar Showdown.
What a mouthful. Like, he has to memorize that every single time. I know who the champion is. More important than saving Dreamville, and well, I guess we're not really saving Dreamville, but more important than anything is making sure that we get all the birds. There he
No way.
is.
I think I just saw someone extraordinary.
That's pretty clever. I wonder if we're gonna have to actually fight Argenti here. But I actually was spoiled to Argenti existing because I actually read the bug reports which of course this is actually bugged right now. It is known that in some story dialogues version 2.2 content, the English voiceover of the character Argenti is unavailable. So, yeah, we're not going to get to hear him say anything. But I knew that he would actually be in the story in some fashion because of the bug report.
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
Aww. So the redhead contestant was you all along. I guess almost worth waiting until 2.3 to hear him. He's got like, so rare to see Argenti. The last time we saw him, he saved us from a true sting in the middle of space. In the cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by attending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad drive Intellitron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicament safe and sound. I then led them here to revel in the harmony of the countless other splendid beings. That's a lot of adventure. Like, are you really a trailblazer? I do not deserve such praise. Unfortunately, that dashing IPC ambassador, probably meaning aventurine, whose radiance matches that of a beautiful peacock, definitely an aventurine, remains in a woeful state. How I wish he too could partake in this splendid occasion. Upon arrival, I was at once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence. He was mistaken for Sam the Stellaron Hunter. It matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of dreams beauty. Oh boy. I, Argenti, Knight of Beauty, am humbly requesting for a battle in the name of the Code of Conduct of Code of Chivalry with both of you. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant me passage to the crown of victory, and recognize that Adrilla, the beauty, is the most peerless beauty of them all. How many phases? 2? Owie.
Smell of sin. I shall be the judge. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength. I will remember your kindness. Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
Confess! Put forth all your
I think she's dead. Nope, barely not.
Niall. I'm scared.
stay put.
Protect me. Resistance is timely. Lend me your strength. By the will of the tenth Lord's decree, hereby ordained. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. I'll free you. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Sinful.
Please stop attacking the only person that dies to you.
Recount. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me strength. I will remember this battle your kindness. Lend me your strength. Don't mess with it.
Behold, this symbol of pure. You are fighting a gentleman.
Still in denial. Protect me, we'll remember your kindness.
These poor devils. I'll crush them all.
By the will of the ten lords decree, hereby ordain. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Put forth all your might.
Ooh.
Pay for this. Lend me your strength. What a headache. We've entered the storm. To guard and
Volha's
defend.
putting in so much overtime right now.
I'll end your misery. Who's next? I shall be the judge. I'll end your misery.
He might be dead.
I'll free you from
No, not from
disappear among the sea
70%.
of butterflies.
He's almost dead though.
Illusions of the past.
Put forth all your might.
Give me
Wasn't even
strength.
close to dead.
I will remember your kindness. Lend me your strength.
Bear witness to let the duel commence.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
This is serious. Recount. By the will of the ten lords
She
decree,
always has
hereby
an ultimate
ordain.
ready. This is bad.
Lend me your strength. Don't mess with me.
Rise to the challenge.
I'll end your misery. Next. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Pledge thine loyalty.
Oh no, I was too slow. 34 HP. Literally every single bit of stat that I've ever had matters in this battle.
To guard and defend. Crush them. I shall be the judge. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Protect me. Persistence is timely. I'll end your misery.
Alright, you should be dead here.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
That's enough. I've come to the grasp of the sincerity of... Oh, jeez. He's always so fun to play against. It is through you that I realized, to uphold the honor of Idrila, I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful lesson indeed. Go forth, my dear friend, beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Night of Beauty.
I feel like
In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Argenti saves more people than we do. Even though as the Nameless, we claim to, I guess we don't really necessarily claim to actually be helping people. We just adventure, and if it just so happens that we help people, it's great. Like if I want to hear Argenti's voice lines, I'm going to have to like
Show your courage.
watch some other YouTube stream playing through the same content like 2 weeks from now, because they like didn't add in the voice lines. Don't let the balloons distract you. You still gotta do your due diligence and check for birds. Path of the Superstar. Talk about your product placement. Wow. Even the undefeatable Boss Red has never been the champion. Too many characters referred to as Big Red. Birth of a Superstar. Make your dreams a blast. Everyone has to have some soul glad. This looks very bossy to me. Hey look, it's me, the Trailblazer. Or is that Firefly? It's hard to tell. No, the music!
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival.
Is that
Before
Sunday?
entering the Grand Theater, I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you, wishing you joy under their radiance.
All I get is sincere congratulations. Where my Stellar Jade?
Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, this reward is not a material one, but rather the opportunity for an open and honest communication between us. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus.
Are we live?
Both I and Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
Well, guess we saw this coming.
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for
I
all?
mean, Sunday is kind of speaking facts here. If you were an NPC, it would actually be better to just be ignorant and blissful. But I think the main problem with Penacony is that they don't tell you that your dormancy is feeding your, like, taking away from your current life and feeding the treat dreams to other people.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way,
Like, where's Welt?
we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Switching to Robin's perspective in the past. A while ago, yep.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use this charming festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority. Do you have any suspects?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
So is that a yes?
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood? Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
Never.
The problem with this line of questioning is that if Shippei weren't fully benevolent, then, you know, Shippei could just say, yeah, use the Stellaron to make everyone fall into the sweet dreams and then make them never wake, because that's inconsistent. That's consistent with the whole concept of harmony, in the same way that making abundance abominations live forever but not be truly human anymore is in keeping with the path of abundance. Hey, they're taking combat.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine
That's
law.
not the final question. Did you know about the Stellaron underneath the stage?
Your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. But God, you both mentioned, are they
Ooh.
truly Shippei?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony. Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the Great One? She may.
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being
Was this the
absorbed
order?
and fused
Anna?
into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yan. Being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause someday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing. The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
And the
We
order.
were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shinpei. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Now that's a good twist. I'm glad that it wasn't destruction all along. I would have been very
To think
upset.
that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed. Smart kid. You're just as sharp as the other one.
The other one?
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal. So, come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so she should understand what it entails. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird. This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony dove all on its own. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make? Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
I mean, I probably would do neither and just leave it there. That's nature for you.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess. If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be too sad.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine to humor him. Back to the question. I would personally choose
Wow,
to
really?
build
Himiko?
the Charmony
Okay.
dove a cage. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
Color me surprised. Firefly, aka Stellaron Hunter Sam.
I can't decipher his intentions right now.
Everyone wants to build a cage?
Solely on that
Am I a
question,
monster?
I would probably choose to build that dove a cage. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
Alright, I'm just gonna be a monster. We're building a nest on the spot.
Interesting. Since you've made up your mind, allow me to reveal what fate this choice will bring to the fledgling. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small birds. The Vossicle scorpion, Asdana wolverine, and the Huntington winged snake.
Don't
Even
build
if
on the
they
ground
shy away
then.
from humans, these animals are still near apex predators in a fenced location like a yard. In such a location, only one fate awaits that little Charmony dove. A painful death. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. Now, let us advance to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents, and providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything.
Yeah, this guy sold his wife and children, I think.
I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children.
His plan was to make enough money to go back
He
and
said
buy
he
them
could
back.
afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
Generally, I tend to be a rule follower, but like, not when I don't like the law itself. I think that the whole idea that Penacony is an exclusive club is kind of dumb, especially since it doesn't actually cost them anything to maintain. Like what, you just give them a pool of water and then they drink, then they fall into the memory zone. So I probably would also convince the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit. I mean, I'm sure that the guy ends up like not actually making enough money to save his family regardless. But at least he has a chance to do that if we, don't call the Bloodhounds on him. If we enforce the law, then his children are still slaves. And now he's not making any money in the dreamscape, so there's like no hope for anyone in the family at all. Oh man, all done with All About Boot Hill.
Illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all.
Oh,
He sold
really?
his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still
Dang, March.
insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhounds send him back home. This
Wow,
person
March.
deserves to be punished.
Whew. I did not see that coming. Like, he already sold his children to slavery. Like, it's over. Like, you can't... Punishing him now doesn't fix that problem that he already did in the past.
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
This question... Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us. I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
Yeah, I kind of already got the connection as well. Like, in the bird story, he and his sister are the strong, and they protect the weak bird, but then the bird still dies anyway. Sunday tells Robin this in an earlier cutscene where you know, they remember that scene from their childhood, and then Sunday's like, yeah, sorry, when we let them out of the bird cage, like a week later, it flew into the window and died. And, like, he didn't tell Robin because he thought it would upset her, but, like, I think he took away the wrong message from that. Like, the bird lived longer than it otherwise would have, and it got to fly around for a week after living a life of comfort inside of the home. So, like, they made a net positive impact on the world, even if they didn't live forever. I don't really know what his bar for success has to be. And in this case, I don't actually know what happened to this guy at the end of his story, but we're about to find out.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. Out of respect, I'll share with you the dire consequences that my choice back then brought about. First, the outcome. He attained major success. After avoiding capture, he ran a business for a few years, very quickly making a name for himself, elevating his status.
Okay.
He might not have become a tycoon like old Audie, but he was considered a character of excellent repute.
But he never went back for his children?
Did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? No. The last time I saw him was in the real world, where the hounds were going to permanently exile him, and I was the accompanying bronze melodia. The mission was simple. Listen to the criminal's repentance. He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. When I asked him about
he lied to him.
He instead responded with a question. What children? In the end, my heart aligned with the harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value, turning instead into a wrongdoing. It created a lamentable oppressor and countless oppressed individuals.
That's not really your problem. Like, that's the other guy's fault, and he eventually actually was punished for his crimes. Like, you did the right thing for yourself.
I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision. And the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master, and as per his wish, we had a private conversation. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels, nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
Trivialities.
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. And to save the lives of that planet. She personally made for the front lines. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she alright?
She sent the letter, so probably.
Was successful. She should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
I've never even noticed, actually.
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the Harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question, one last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences. Because this is merely a figment of imagination, a nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did, would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Yes. This guy really takes all the wrong messages. Like, what, 3 bad things ever has happened in his life, and he just became a villain? Like, if she wants to... If she's still passionate for spreading harmony, and let her do it.
Can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
You do know what you would do, March. You literally defend the weak all the time. Eurilo 6, we helped Wildfire, like... On the Lafu, we fought against the Abundance. I guess because she's never been injured along the way?
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival against some.
I wonder if this is a Honkai Impact reference. Dreamt similar scenes in certain nights. In the dream I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them, fighting for survival. So Himeko is a main character from Honkai Impact 3rd. And spoilers for that game, she like dies at the end or something like that in order to save the whole multiverse or something like that. They kind of established that kind of early on into Star Rail, I guess. Well, I mean, they don't really establish that, but like the whole Honkai community basically was like, oh, I'm so glad to see Himeko again, or like, I sure hope that this doesn't end the same way it did the last time, and so on. But presumably Himeko dies at like the end of every Honkai game, allegedly. I mean, they've only made like 3, so this is the 3rd one. But yeah, this could be a reference to some of their older games.
Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. Just like Miss Robin. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experiences.
Yeah.
With each trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Dunhung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own in your heart.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're a video game protagonist. How would you possibly tell someone to not keep on going?
Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
How come I still have this optional talk to everyone? Like, is there a secret other person to talk to? Yeah, support Robin on her journey.
I see. I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Yeah, sometimes, so like he's saying things that you would agree with, right? Like, hey, Harmony is failing the people of Penacony, and we should teach the weak to have a happy life, and not just the rich people that are able to afford to enter Penacony, but like anyone. Yeah, I agree with that. And then he's gonna like say something dumb like, we need to kill everybody that's in Penacony, and that way we'll be able to, you know, I don't know what he's gonna say. But he's gonna say something evil like that. Like, they always trip up on the last step.
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People people lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist.
I go for a long weekend now.
During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days.
Alright, I'm sold. How do I sign up?
A third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal.
Alright, I'm dumping the Trailblaze. We're now following the order. 7-day long weekends.
And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana. Meanwhile, some seek refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit, living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Everyone's like, man, having a full 7-day weekend?
Price to attain all this.
Even the heroes are like, I don't know, he's kind of making sense to me.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Okay, so are you volunteering yourself?
Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
Here it comes.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as to why we sleep, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak, but whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak. Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
I don't know, but I feel
This is
a
where you grew
sense
up,
of
Misha.
Déjà vu. What is this
With your
place?
grandfather.
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know Penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
I'm counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct. Exactly.
Yeah, we've been here before.
This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose? Do you have any idea, Misha?
Straightforward, probably.
I guess maybe this way?
So this is an upgraded version of a child's dream? Yeah, it is. I thought so.
I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
He's sprinting.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first I've been here before, and even lived here for a while.
Yeah, so right after our first encounter with Firefly, where we were chased by the Bloodhounds, and then Gallagher vouched for us, and then we ran into Sampo, and then we like went through a dream's edge and all that stuff. We met up with Sampo again, but it turns out it was actually Sparkle in disguise, and then she like flicked us on the forehead, and then we fell asleep, and then we were transported to this place, a child's dream. There were like floating text boxes with Misha's voiceover, basically, yelling, "Mikhail, are you there?" Like, "Grandfather," like, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. So, yeah, so we've kind of known that Misha had a connection to this place for a while.
If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. But don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Yeah. Then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
I still can't get over Sunday, like, doing a good thing, not getting like the best possible reward for doing that good thing, and then saying, well, I guess there's no point in doing good. I guess I'll just be evil.
Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But Mikhail.
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare.
Oh, come on, Yumiko, you're being
Perhaps
overly
it's merely a
cautious.
coincidence. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He
Sounds
was
like a nameless
always
to
on the
me.
sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mahaley and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
It appears that the Seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. And it's been quite a while since I last saw him. So, where has Clonky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Or maybe... So something that could have happened. Maybe Mikhail was here on Penacony first, left to become a nameless, came back and became a watchmaker. But I'm pretty sure that he started off as nameless first.
Voices from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew. Just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be
Unless Misha
sailors?
is actually the watchmaker.
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and never ventured out, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
The new world might be
I
Penacony.
think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Just like they did with Clocky.
A couple of other things. It could be that Clocky from the Harmony did all those things that Misha is talking about, and then when the Oak family and the Order took over, they like synced everyone's mind so that they would forget about it and replaced it with the Order's version of Clocky.
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments. Hey, don't tease! I was just being a bit sentimental.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Just like
Yeah.
the compass.
While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Or he's a trailblazer.
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
Am I able to leave here? I'm not. Okay, we have to like keep up with the story until we're done at this point.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Those are, I think they're called void whales. You see them in, oops. Wonder if there's a term for it somewhere. Nope. They kind of represent the Trailblaze. There's actually one that hangs above the Astral Express, like on the ceiling.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
None finally comes to the fall. Across the ocean is our destination.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha, you finally come.
Wait.
Lucky! You're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
I have a couple of other theories
Are
now,
those
but I think they're about to
some
reveal
bookshelf
something.
Logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky, an ocean of stars. He spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away,
traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping.
Sounds like the Astral Express to
He
me.
said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me.
Like a compass.
He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
Oh, we've seen this before.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Marge, do you remember when she mentioned the clocky that only she could see?
But Mish could also see it.
The little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right?
After we were attacked by
Mr.
dormancy.
Yeti greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. Her experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
Okay, so it's not because of dormancy.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
He was born off the Trailblaze.
That's the key to the mystery march. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Oh, the theories were right about Misha.
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller
Wow, that
in this
was...
dream. Just like a memory zone meme.
I watched a YouTube video that went through, the 2.0 story and like came up with a bunch of fan theories. And one of them was actually that Misha doesn't actually exist and is just, I mean, I guess not really a figment of imagination, but although it's literally a figment of imagination, but a memory zone meme. Because in a lot of cutscenes, the characters around them, if you cut out Misha's speech in the cutscenes, then the cutscenes still play out as normal as if their contribution didn't matter at all. Might be worth going back and looking at some of my older streams to see some of that.
I should have stayed here and waited for you. When reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...
Mikhail the Clockwork, or the
Thank
Watchmaker.
you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce
That was
myself.
the thing that I thought of.
I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a
Oh,
treasure,
okay, he's not actually Mikhail.
a name. I carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply Misha.
Okay, yeah.
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express.
He's his own grandfather?
And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a god. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in her dream from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go
as he is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Estana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision. Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
There are no secrets in here.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah.
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed.
Okay, so I'm all caught up now. Mikhail Legwork is the watchmaker, and Misha is his inner child, literally. So the watchmaker's legacy is Misha slash Clocky slash the pocket watch and the hat.
It's the hands, Mr. Amundsen. Its hands were tacked and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
And that makes sense. So Mikhail is the watchmaker, but Mikhail is also literally Misha's grandfather, and they were two different people, but Misha is named after his grandfather, so his proper name is also Mikhail Char Legwork. Mikhail Char together, it has the nickname Misha. And I'm pretty sure that it probably makes more sense in Japanese, but or I guess Chinese. It makes more sense in Chinese, but that's fine.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
So Falcon was the navigator. It's basically Himiko from the past.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you what you need to know.
Where are you going, Legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan. I see. This place reminds you of home. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us.
So at this point in the story,
not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of trailblaze will continue.
so a group of nameless came back to Asdana, which was a prison island, or not island, a prison planet, and they, with the help of the nameless, they fought back against the IPC in a prison revolt of some sort. The nameless leave, but 3 of the trailblazers stay behind. Mikhail will go on to create Penacony, the true Penacony, the memory zone, and later on, the family, under the power of Shippei, the Harmony, will come and basically work-ish with the nameless, but will eventually like usurp them and create the fake Penacony, the Sweet Dreams, on top of the true Penacony.
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever. Leave in peace, my friend. And, take this with you. This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But why? When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I suppose the time has come.
Penacony, yeah, it's a play on penal colony.
Farewell, Legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget to write to us.
Where are you going, Watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan? The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Tiernan. How can I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then.
we Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next watchmaker. Where are you going, old man? Oh, you're here. Answer my question. What are you up to? Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea. Wanna hear it? Oh, come on. Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of Stellaron will go to the grave with you. Yes, I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Esdonna. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here. So, desperate struggle against the family? Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky. Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met. I wanted to write down that dream.
It's almost like a time travel story.
Write it down? Why?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course. You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it. I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa, guiding him on his sea voyages and leading the way in his every adventure story. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too. And that's when you appeared in my dreams.
But it wasn't a pocket watch, it was a compass?
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized it wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass.
Some of these are good twists, some of them are kind of obvious.
It should have been compassy. And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
Did they really replace
Clock,
Mycela with Misha?
I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
I'm not allowed to run here either.
Yeah.
for dramatic effect, I'll walk the rest of the way, but just so you know, it is faster for me to just mash the attack button and sweep along the ground. Rest under the moonlight. Yep. Final resting place. Mikhail Char legwork.
I've traveled far enough. It's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're rested?
No. I'll stay here. And then... this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you. Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do. With the clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, joyful, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon.
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there, in all fairness. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Tread on a brand new path. So now I have a Harmony MC. And I have a character trial for it. Increase the break effect of all allies. Causes additional break damage when allies attack enemies that are weakness broken. Oh, this is a good team to go with that. Oh.
Please stay tuned. Ha! We need a strategy.
I know all the skills, but I'll read them out here anyway. Deal minor imaginary damage and then bounce to 5 times total. Grant allies the backup dancer effect. Allies with backup dancer have their break effect increased. And additionally deal super break damage 1 time when they attack an enemy targets that are weakness broken. The Trailblazer regenerates energy every time an enemy's weakness is broken. And at the start of the next battle, increase all break effects.
Time to test our rapport. Let's improvise.
I'll contain them.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
The mood is set just right. Let the show begin!
It's time.
Do I want to defense drop first? No, I don't think so.
That's all you've got.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Now these weakness broken. I do super break damage. Hit him for some more damage.
Nice like a good brew. Full, my friends. Indulge yourself.
Let's improvise.
By the order of the 10 lords, execute the Firestruck!
This is gonna do a lot of damage. A 100,000 damage.
Oh.
All right, we now have Harmony Light MC. We'll give her Yukong's light cone for now. And like, I don't have any gear that would be appropriate for not enough players have gotten the data yet. All right, let's see, what can we do here? What do we want? We mostly want speed. I mean, this would be their best set, right? The Watchmaker telescoping lens, increase break effect, and then increases all allies break effect when you use your ultimate for 2 turns, which is actually broken on this character because when you use your ultimate, all characters deal break damage as super break damage when the enemy's weakness broken. So yeah, I should probably figure out this. So speed and break effect, but like, I don't even think I have that many good sets here. And then I also need this, but I actually do have some break effect. I'll steal some stuff from Sushang. That's a lot of break effect probably, right? .107 speed, we'll work on that. And break effect 165. That's pretty good.
Before our paths diverge, savor the shared journey. Before our paths diverge, savor the shared journey.
Additionally, delays the enemy target's action by 30% when allies break enemy weakness. That's like a lot. That's a whole lot. Like an extra 30%. Like the enemy just isn't getting a turn. Oh man, I was going to farm up Hanya and company, but like, this is a whole other character that I kind of knew was coming because they teased it at the. I mean, I knew about Harmony like MC from leaks and whatnot, but. I don't actually need to. All of this is attack damage, huh? And it uses the new Harmony stuff instead of the old Harmony stuff, so I can't even like farm for 2 at the same time. I guess that's a pretty good stopping point. Am I allowed to leave yet? Yes, I am. Okay. Alright, so since I can leave, I think that we're done with story for now. There's a lot to unpack there. I think that the next time we do this, we're going to you know, complete the Penacony story.
There's nothing pressing. Let's take a walk.
Like a long face, buddy! Cheer up! Catch up! Oh boy! I'm eating too much this time!
That's a lot. That's a lot of resources we just got. Need to get up to 50 though. Man. Sorry, Yukong. Sorry, Gui. After using skill for the first time, immediately recover 1 skill point. Very nice.
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose, we make the same choices.
When the battle starts, Trailblazer's energy regeneration rate increases by 25%, lasting for 3 turns.
Unknown to each
The battle's basically
other,
over
yet
by then.
united in purpose, we make the same choices.
When they're on the field, increase the break effect by 15% of my break effect, which I won't be able to get that in this patch. Because if I get up to Clocky Statue level 50, then I still don't, like I only get up to E3, but I can't get E4 and above. So I gotta farm for appropriate relics and traces.
Checked off the list.
That's fine. Alright, before we end though, let's do some pulling. We have enough for 110 pull. I think that we're at 60 pity. We're guaranteed to get something at 90. But we're not guaranteed to get Topaz. We could get another 5-star that's not Topaz. Alright, so Aventuring's there. So we were at 50 now, so this is 60 coming up. And nothing there either. But maybe we get March. It would be nice to get another March Eidolon. Bad 4-star luck too. Okay, that's really good actually. Damage reduction or defense reduction is kind of worth. Tread on the path of harmony. In combat, use Break of Dancer effect to defeat an elite enemy. What was I gonna do? Inventory, right? Yes, more defense reduction. Is it better to superimpose, or is it better to have two of them? I think it's better to superimpose for now. And then if I were to do it one more time, I would have a 100% base chance to decrease enemy defense by 16%. And that'd be nice. 16% defense reduction, and then like add Payla's 40% defense reduction. I should really work on my erudition characters. They're all like so like almost mediocre. Like 70 out of 70. 888. 666. I mean, 10-10-9 is like Hook is at 10-10-8. Well, it even has 10 in ultimate. 10-10-10. 10-8-8. 10-10-10, of course. I wonder what Hanya is going to get up to. I mean, 888 is fine for now. She's like doing as well as Bronya, basically. No, not quite. Who's she doing as well as? Ting Yun, right? Yeah, she passed Ting Yun accidentally. I wasn't really keeping track. Well, she's actually on par with Ting Yun, I should say. But she has more Eidolons, so her final level is higher. And now I don't have a light cone anymore for her. Past and future. Nope, not that good. Shit's showtime? No, that's Nihility. Dreamville Adventure. Meh. So, can't really rely on those. Oh no, I did not mean to press that. Ah well. May as well use some of this other stuff so that I don't accidentally do more of those. What's the other seriousness of breakfast? I mean, I always could use more seriousness of breakfast. There we go. No more mistakes because I used up all the currency. I'm sure that I could find someone that this would be good on. Like, this wouldn't be a terrible topaz, like, but swordplay is just better, and it has, well, now it has the same superimposition level and is already leveled. River Flows and Spring is also good. Yeah, let's go ahead and enhance this one. I could have a level 5 seriousness by now. Well, that's okay. In a week I'll have another Memory of Chaos. At this point, my account is high enough that the shards actually come pretty easily. You get them from Forgotten Hall and Pure Fiction and Echo of War. And I do all of this every week. I wonder if the damage from Super Break follow-up attacks counts. I have 21 days on that, 7 days on this. Well, you're missing 2 stars on this. But I don't think that Harmony MC is going to help me get to those final 2. I mean, if I had another shielder. Like, if only I had 2 Aventurines. Aventurine would be good on both of these sides. Oh well. Oh wait, what was that I just saw? A friend's clearance lineup. Mono Quantum, huh? Nah. We're not gonna worry about that too much. I'm just trying to like think about what opportunities have opened up to me now that I have this new character.
Being surrounded by the universe feels amazing. The Wafu feels like a small
small corner of something much, much bigger. Yeah, all the challenges of everyday life seem to disappear when you gaze out into the universe. All right, then I'll be here to bother you more often in the future. I bet there are so many opponents out there in the universe just waiting for me to find them.
Tell me, has Don Hung been enjoying his time on the Express? He has a new life now. He is no longer the old friend I once knew. And the Vidyadhara are reborn. They are as fish that have returned to the ocean. It is a state of complete freedom. That I may glance upon him from the shore was enough for me. I hope that the Express crew will look after Don Hung. Well, I suppose that part of him has remained the same. If the Express ever runs into trouble in its future endeavors, please remember that the Law Fu will always be a sanctuary for you all.
Departed. Yep. Cannot encounter visitors who have already departed the Express. These are the visitor rewards that you did not obtain. That's pretty messed up. I actually never got a chance to talk to Misha and see what his dialogue options were. But I got my Stellar Jades though. I was like curious about that. I could have sworn that I had already talked to Misha. So that makes 2 characters now, Luocha and Misha, that I have met on my journey but no longer can encounter. Jing Liu too, right? Jing Liu actually has not come to visit me. Which she shouldn't be able to because she's in the shackling prison, but yeah, okay, well, that's Star Rail for today. We will be back at some point in time with something. I went through a lot of games this weekend and a lot of hours of gameplay, so I don't actually know what's next in the schedule, but we will figure something out. But if you enjoyed the stream, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, take care, and goodbye.